Yeah, yeah.
Sitting beside, around, in front, in front.
Right.
Computer, laptop.
Right.
I'm not sitting. If I'm thinking I should do this, I should do that.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I love the stretch.
But I never ever do it at home.
I know. I never used to either. It does take like a real scheduling, make sure you make the time. It really is about that. I like this one. Oh, pardon me, I just need to send a text. It'll be 1 second. Do I have my phone here? One more thing. Hey Siri, send a text to John.
What you want to say?
Good morning, John. Could I please have juice at 11:45 a.m.? Hi, Courtney. Nice to see you. Welcome. Oh, really? Oh, neat. Apparently, it's really cool. Okay. Yeah. So work for design and use that same. That was the reason that we store or something new and I was certain else and she wanted more to be Yes, you can. Thank you. Yeah. So welcome. Oh, thanks. Have you been doing things? I have been practicing. I've been doing a lot of other things more recently, different strength training, but I felt like I wanted to get back in my yoga studio kind of. Doing as much yoga. Yeah, that happens. Yeah, that happens. Just step right in. There we go. Morning, Maya. Come on, you can just leave everything here. Okay, Maya. And I see you have the you can also grab nothing. I don't think you'll need anything today. Okay. Unless you need blocks, for trying and reading. Okay. Yeah, that's it. How you doing, Nicole? Oh, I'm sorry. Like we live in the same together. Yeah, exactly. I'm doing good. It's just like start the day. Yeah. It puts me in a state of Oh, has it started? Yeah, started the first one. At least one of them was. It wasn't starting construction. It was just like there's a really old street car. And there's one of us. I think it's like compromises. And then Sarah she didn't really help. So okay, thank you. That's a really thank you. That's a really good idea. I have got a special. I've been working with earphones for a year and then that's oh my God. And I can can you send me that? Yeah, I can. Someone bought them for me years ago and I finally got to them. And it was like at the store. And you can try both because I keep coming up with it. And then there's one in the wax and then there's one that are like pipe. So yeah. 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 Yeah, they've been great. So, awesome. That's great. That's not something that human can do in their place, which is really not right.
Okay, you know what? Natalia, Courtney, you guys can come front and center. Point up just about 2 feet, just in case. If we have a group, oh, I know what you call this. You can grab one of those mats. My thanks. I mentioned just in case, because we might have a big group. Because yesterday we had 15, we just got everybody in. So, morning, Richard. So, Courtney, that's pretty. Oh, it's so pretty. When you worked for the designer, was it designer?
Yeah, she was Toronto based. It's called Bergstrom Originals. There's one on Queen Street.
Do you work in fashion?
I do. Yeah, I work in shoes right now.
You make shoes?
Yeah.
Oh, neat.
Yeah.
Is this yours or?
I work in a team for a designer and we do shoes for them. Yeah. That's fascinating.
Toronto's such a hub, right?
Yeah.
I've never been to the shoe museum yet.
It's a fun place. Yeah, it's like a worthwhile visit. All the museums are
I even went by that little shack on a visit at Bathurst and Davenport restaurant. It's just a little, I don't even know what it is, but I know it's a museum because there was a gazillion bluebells, so I picked a gazillion because there was a field of them.
the house.
It's that little tiny house, yeah, it looks like a shed.
Yeah.
And yeah, and it just has a little tiny sign, and I don't know when it's open. But it said it was open, so I don't think they forgot. And it had a sign on. I was watching what it is, but I pass by it all the time, same kind of museum.
Yeah, I think I know.
Yeah, I love museums too. It's always nice, or reading plaques, you know. I remember being down in Lilydale, which is a spiritualist community down in upper state New York. Long story. It's people that are read the other side, the mediums. Oh, it's got a huge history. So the suffragist movement started here. They had a little stage and the underground movement, and then it kind of moved on. Oh, Michelle is here. Excellent. Oh, hook you up. I put the link for online and I didn't get any replies until now. So I'm going to put Michelle out here so she can see the class. And yes, so Lilydale is a spiritualist community and has kind of a lot of claim to fame. And the guy was giving us a tour, and I said to him, "Are you a medium?" And this guy was like, I don't know, 6'3". He said, "I'm large." It was a really fun tour guide, and it was quite the history. I know. Don't you love those guys?
Yeah.
And I got to tell you, it was CBC or somebody big. Yeah, if it was CBC, did a
documentary.
yeah, and it was, these guys are real. It was, you were brought to tears because of this kind of non-believer, but she was a non-believer, and she was interviewing this medium, and this medium brought her in contact with her father, who passed when she was very young. Massive healing took place, and it was really compelling, really compelling. Okay. Jenna, how are you feeling? Good. Oh, that's good. I'm glad. Okay, so I'm just getting this lit up because otherwise you can't see on Zoom because it's so bad for it. So we shall begin. And Jenna, if you wish for another mat, you can grab the one behind you. Pardon me, that one was just out for getting clean if you need 2 mats. Sometimes it's nice for the knees. Okay, so we're going to start. And is there any areas that you need to get into that are particularly tight today? Yeah. Yeah. Very good for cleansing the twists. Yeah. Okay. Good morning. Morning. Okay, so we will start. Let's start at the front of the mat. And we'll start with the feet together. We're going to start with the balls of the feet together and just have the heels apart. And as you face this beautiful day, and you know that at the end of the class you get chocolate. Just feel really happy.
That's why we're here.
And we'll take the hands to the heart. And if you can press the thumbs into the heart center, rise from the rib cage and press the shoulder blades down, back and back. So you really open the front shoulder. Do any little finagling you need to do to feel like you're grounded in through your feet in your mountain pose. Tune into your breath. And just as everybody's here and settling and getting in, never worry if you need to be late because something happened. Always feel free to come in. I won't make you do sun salutations or push-ups or anything. You just come right on in. So we're going to begin. Take an in-breath. Bring the arms up overhead, gazing up. Exhale, fold, forward bend. We'll come into our first gentle, slow salutation. Breathe in, come halfway up, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Planting the hands, jump or step the legs back. Rotate to the left. You might bend the underside knee for side plank, or you might keep that underside leg long, lifting, open through the chest, shoulder blades back. That's it. Notice the breath. See if you can really lift the underside waist. Good. And then come on back. Planking, rotate over to the other side. Draw that top right shoulder blade back. You're lifting from the underside waist. Reach out from the crown of the head so the chest is open. Spine is long. Underside waist really lifts. That top right shoulder is back and down, so neck is free. And then draw right back to your plank. Reach out through the heels, draw the heat, feel the heat in the core. Reach out through the crown. Do just a little half a giggle, just to pull up through the lower core. Thank you very much. And if you can you just check that the heels are really reaching back? Now, to take the weight off the shoulders, pull the core up a bit. Okay, now you can bend the knees or chaturanga to lower. Exhale. Take the elbows forward to come into Sphinx. We'll modify and press into the tops of the feet. Just gaze ahead as the shoulders are down. And then you can bend into the elbows. Draw the knees in and child's pose the bum back. Release the forehead to the floor. Palm the mat way out there. So get a really good reach. Excellent. Excellent. And then you can come on back up to all fours. Take the hands under the shoulders, tuck the toes under. Take an inhale, exhale, rise into downward dog. You can pull the bum bones up to the ceiling. We'll stay for 5 breaths as you chip the bum bones high, as you lengthen, and as you send the inner thighs back. Good. Good. Feel the shoulder blades down the back. That's it. Good. Richard, just press into the palms entirely, just to release the wrist bit. Good. Nice. Courtney, you can take the right foot in just a tiny bit towards the left. That's good. And you feel the inner thighs moving back. Now, just do any little wiggling you need to do to ground and to pull the bum up. Really good. That's it. Good. Just a couple more breaths. Good. Canty, how's the head?
Head is good.
Good, okay. Now, that's always good. Gaze up, tiptoes, jump or step the feet to the hands. Come on, halfway up. And I did ask at the beginning, now exhale, fold forward. If anybody needed anything, now we'll breathe in, bring the arms up overhead, bring the palms together. So let me know if you have a body part you need to open up today. And then you can exhale the arms to center. See if you can keep the Uddiyana Bandha. So you want to just pull up in here. And we'll come right into our next one. Inhale, gaze up, open the chest. Exhale, fold, reach right out from the crown of the head, forward bend. Breathe in, come halfway up, just touch at the shin, shoulder blades back. Exhale, fold forward, plant the hands, jump or step the legs back, side plank to the left. And if you're feeling fancy, you might feel good to lift that left leg out up. Just feel for what's right for your body. Good. Rib cage is in That's it. That's it. And then come on to the other side, rotating and stack. Always feel free to bend that underside knee. Reaching that top leg out if that's for you. Lengthening through the leg. That's it. Breath, steady. Come on back down to plank. Okay, good. How was that? There was a song popular when I was a kid, Billy, Don't Be a Hero. So you ring Rosemary. Keep your head high. So can you just humor me, as my mother says, and turn to the left and come into side plank again. Now, can you feel that you're lifting from the underside waist, and there's not a lot of effort? The weight travels through the palm. And you're really up. That's where you press the bottom outside foot down, and that opens the scissors and lifts that other leg out into scissors. I like to say it nonchalantly. Yes, it is a lot of energy. And then rotate to the other side. I just want to see how you're lifting that underside waist and always feeling free to bend the underside knee. And you feel the heel reach out, that kind of lengthens your tailbone out. Good. And then you're coming back to plank. Excellent. Reach the heels out. Reach out from the crown of the head, inner thighs move towards the ceiling. Bum is a tiny bit higher. And then you can shut around to exhale to lower or bend the knees. Let's bring the elbows forward to come into Sphinx. Just press the palms down. Gaze ahead. Just feel the tops of the feet press down as you gaze up. And then you can exhale. Take the hands beside the chest. Inhale. Exhale up. And child's pose back. Reach the bum bones back. Allow the palms to really come out so you're palming the mat. Good. And then do any little shifts side to side here. And your duck tail, moving it so you are getting a nice stretch right in through the side and go back. Breath. And then you can come all the way back up into all fours. Tuck the toes under. Inhale, gaze up. Lift the eyes. Exhale, rise into downward dog. Now, if you're feeling good, lift the left heel up, come into three-legged dog, and come up on the toes of the right foot. Lengthen up and out from that leg. Get a really good reach. Good. Lengthen, lengthen, like you're pressing a brake. Reach. Okay, good. And then come down. Take the right leg up. Reach out through that right leg. Come up in the toes of the left foot. Draw the core in. Let the head fall as you reach and lengthen out from the back of the leg. Fantastic. And way out, 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 out. Open the hamstring. And then come down. Good breath. And now both legs. Lift. And now just gaze up. Come up onto the tiptoes. Jump or step the feet to the hands. Come on halfway up. Can you stay here for a moment, please? And pull the bum bones up. Pull up from the inner thighs and feel all parts of the feet. Good. Now you can have the balls of the feet together here. Most of you do. Thank you. And then just have the heels apart. That'll open the hips. Good. So can't you just, yep. You can bring the feet a little closer. I just want you to keep the heels apart. And that will open the hips. Yep. That's really great. Okay, good. In breath, come on up. Lift, open through the chest. Draw the palms together. And then you can exhale and bring the hands down. How's everybody doing? Okay. Okay, great. Inhale, facing up. Exhale, fold. Reach right out from the crown of the head, forward bend. Breathe in, come halfway up, touch at the shins. Exhale, fold forward. Let the hands over, step the legs back, rotate to the left side plank. Lift, open through the underside waist, lift it up. Excellent. Take that top leg out up. Reach and lengthen and lengthen. Beautiful. Rotate to the other side. Keeping the shoulder blade back. Good. The chest opens. Reach that top leg out and up, and breath, and then back to your center. Okay, can I just give you the cue for that one? The way that it works is you want to be exactly scaffolded. So this shoulder is under this, the wrist is under the shoulder. So you're not lifting up. It's a tent peg. It's pressing down. That takes pressure off the wrist. You pull up. I'm getting the tip like that. So you get that lift from here. You're very heliumed, and then you're stacked. Now, if that doesn't make sense, you give yourself a stack by bringing the knee down, press the foot down, that pulls up your hip and that gives you that support. And that way there isn't anything you're holding up. Okay, so that's the way, that's the theory, that's how. And then we practice and find how those pathways open us into that ability.
You get the muscles.
Yeah, you'll get that entrainment. Yeah, so let's try, we'll try the left side. Take that left hand under, and or it's the right hand under, sorry. And you're gonna lift from the rib cage. Take that top hand back to the ceiling and the shoulder blade back. Good. And you keep the rib cage drawing in. And you keep pressing on the outside of that right foot. And the underside rib cage lifts in. Lifts in. Good. And then rotate to the other side. Yeah. Yeah. Rotating. Keep the breathing steady. Good. Good. That's it. The quivering is new neurons getting in, learning how. The top right shoulder blade is back. Excellent. Underside waist lifts. Beautiful. Draw back to your center. Okay, now coming down. Exhale, lower to the floor. Take the elbows forward. Press into the palms. Press the tops of the feet down. Take an in-breath and gaze up as you draw the shoulder blades down. Then exhale, let down, hands beside the chest. Inhale, exhale up. Child's pose, reach the palms out. Pull the bum bones back. Good. And get nice and long from the bum right up to the forehead. Let the forehead go. And then you can breathe in, draw right back up. Here we go, tuck the toes under. Take an inhale, lift the eyes, open in through the chest, then exhale, tip the bum up. Now we're gonna go into strength. I want you to come up onto the toes, bend the knees way in. And you're gonna have your shins quite low so that your knees are coming down, like if they had flashlights on your kneecaps, it would go down to the floor. So we're going into core. And you might even come to the tips of the toes if you're a ballerina, that might happen. And you want to pull up through the core. This is where your half a giggle comes in handy. And you are just reaching out through the crown of the head. Please feel the heat and pull up from the core. Please let the weight travel through your palms so there's not a holding in your shoulder girdle. And then you're going to love the downward dog. Come back up. Lift, pull up from the core. Beautiful. Let the head fall. Keep in mind, downward dog is a restorative pose. You are pulling the bum back. You're lengthening your spine. Let's take the left leg up. Reach that left heel out. Pardon me, just let the head dangle. Press out through the heel, long through the back of the leg, and then come down. Gorgeous, reach the right leg up. Lift, reach. You want to really extend. Just the shoulder. And you want to feel the core strong. That's it, Richard, just press using the hands to reach your feet. And then you can reach that heel down. Good. And now gazing up, tiptoes, jump or step the feet to the hands. Come on, halfway up. Exhale, fold. Breathe in, bring the arms up overhead, draw the palms together. And then exhale the hands and center. Inhale, gazing up, open through the chest, shoulders down. Exhale, fold, reach right out from the crown of the head, forward bend. Breathe in, come halfway out, flat back, stay here. So the flat back, when your hands are on your shins, there's no weight on your hands. It's all from your core, pulling up and back to send the bum bones back. Good, I'm just gonna come around so you have a flat back. And that allows you to reach out from the crown of the head. And then the shoulders back. And then you reach out from the top of the head. So I have to lift the chin up. Yeah, and reaching out from the top. Okay. And then you can exhale, go to great hinge. Forward bend, exhale forward. And now, bring the legs back, jump or step the legs back into your plank. Rotate to your left. Lift the underside waist, open through the chest, breath. That's it, top leg if that works. Open, reaching out through the heel, lengthen. And then you can come back down, rotate to the other side, lift the underside waist, opening the chest, and then you can take that right leg out, open, get a good reach through the heel, rise out from the crown of the head, come on back down, and then reaching out through the heels. Exhale to lower, either bend the knees or lower. Do bring the elbows forward, press into the palms, take an in-breath as you press the tops of the feet down, and then you can exhale down, hands beside the chest, inhale. Exhale, child's pose back. Draw the bum bones back. Release the forehead to the floor. Beautiful. Little shift of the bum from side to side. Good. Yeah, just wag your tail a little. And then notice if there's a spot that's really tight and pulling more in the core at the front of that side. Great. And then you can breathe in, come on back up. All fours, tuck the toes under. Inhale, rise into downward dog. Lifting the bum bones up. Good, stay with the breath. And send the inner thighs back. Let's see. Would you like to
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Now we come up with bend the knees and come onto the tops of the toes coming into the core. Let the shins come parallel to the floor. Knees get pretty low and you cat round the core in. Shoulder blades are down. You're just looking towards the floor. Lower the knees a bit more. Keep the core pulled up. Good. Anybody have any jokes? Just keep the core pulling in.
The arms straight.
They're straight and they're soft at the elbows. Yeah, thanks for that. That's important for women. And then you can come back up. Lift the elbows up, come up into downward dog again. Let the head dangle, reach out from the top of the head. Take the left leg up, come into the reach through that left heel, lengthen through the spine, long through the back of the left leg, and then come down. Reach the right heel up, lift, come up on the toes of the left foot, reach through that leg, lengthen through the spine, and then you can come back down. Good. And now gazing up, tiptoes, jump or step the feet to the hands and draw halfway up, flat back as you reach out. Then you can exhale, fold forward. Inhale, scoop the arms up, draw the palms together, gazing up at the thumbs, the shoulders are dropped. And then you can exhale and come right back to center. And we'll continue. Inhale, gazing up, open through the chest. Exhale, fold forward, forward bend, reach right out from the crown of the head. Breathe in, come halfway up, touch. Exhale, fold forward. Plant the hands, jumper, step the legs back. Rotating to your left. Open. This time, whether you're lifting the leg or not, bring the arm over in line with the ear, hand to the trees out here. Get a really good reach on the underside waist. Excellent. Excellent. And then you can windmill to the other side. Good. And Chaitanya, feel free to come to the elbow as well. Okay, to release the wrist. Opening through the chest, feel that underside waist lift. Breath. Lift the top leg up if that works. Yeah, that's a good time. And then you can come back down to plank. Good. And reach the heels back. Bend the knees and let the shins come to the floor. Knees to the floor, rather shins are parallel. Pull the core up. You do shift forward a bit, so your shoulders are directly over the wrists, elbows soft, and as you're drawing up from the core, you get the knees really low and the breathing is full, really full. Okay, a little lower with the knees, except you, Richard. It's really good. And breath, and breath, pull in through the core, get the heat to come in, and then come back up into downward dog. That was really strong. Good, the bum bones lift. And now you can gaze up, tiptoes, jumpers, step the feet to the hands. Come on, halfway up. Exhale, fold forward bend. Breath in, breathe the arms up overhead. Draw the palms together. And then exhale the hands to center. Great, we're gonna take the right hand up and we'll take the left hand with the thumb up. You may use the right hand to coax that elbow across, and then that allows the shoulder to come downward. And then you just find what happens there. And you lift and you really draw the elbows back. Lift from the rib cage and then exhale over to the left and just feel the rib cage coming in. Good, so you really feel the rise and you feel the rib cage in and you extend out. Chaitanya, you could just bring the body up a bit. Yeah, just the ribs, there you are. Good, and breath. That's it. That's it. Good, let's look up to your left. Get the elbows pressing back. On your exhale, really draw the ribs in. And then you can breathe in, come on all the way back up. Excellent. So we'll come to the other side. Coax that, you may coax the right elbow down to get that hand up. Rise from the rib cage, finding your best placement. Reaching, and of course, you may be very different on every side. You lift from the rib cage, do draw the elbows back. Exhale over, keep that left elbow drawing back and up, and the rib cage is in. Feel both feet pressing down. Breath. Draw the elbows back to open in through the fronts of the shoulders. Breath. Breath. And then you can breathe in. Oh, sorry. You're going to look up to your left. Lifting and lengthening. Keep that left elbow drawing back as you rise. And then you can gently release. Now we'll take both hands behind, interlace, and we'll step the left foot back. Have your feet apart and take an inhale. Lift from the rib cage as the chest opens. You can gaze up and then exhale forward and take the rib cage down on the inside of that right thigh. Send the wrists up, looking towards the toes, and keep the wrists reaching up as you open through the chest. Draw in through the core, keep the reach of the wrists. Come up, over. Very nice. Lift and come on up, lift the eyes, lift the chest. Come on all the way back up and really feel that back foot anchoring. You might even go a little wider just so that you can have this foot thigh come parallel to the floor. Then rotate to your right. Here's our first spinal twist. You can draw your right shoulder blade back. Open the chest, fan the shoulder blade back. Now you've got a great place to rotate from. Rotate from that front hip, tip, come down, and then press the right shoulder blade back. The front right knee is directed forward. Back leg is strong. Good, stay with the breath. Really push into the floor. Good. Maya, you could straighten the back leg a little if it's okay. Yep, good. And you're squaring the hips. Good. Chaitanya, you can take the right foot over to the right just a little. Yep, excellent. Beautiful. Push into the floor. Open the torso. Wow, Linda, that's a twist. Okay, beautiful. Here we are. You're going to come down with that left hand and then take the right hand on the inside. Work that heel back 4 inches, wiggle. Drop down to the knee. Take the left hand and palm forward. Drop your left hip and turn and look up. You're looking up on a diagonal. You don't have to go up high. It's more the eyes lifting. And the front knee stays into the body so you're not collapsing it out. And the back toes, let's point them now and press the top of the foot down and pull up from the ribs, the skin of the core, pulling up, pulling up, pulling up, like you're pulling your shirt up over your head. And that's like a high half a giggle. Really pulling up there. Breath. Keep the front right knee
straight up and down, not edge to the side. Right?
Yeah, that's right, Rosemary. Exactly, yeah. So if you can keep that right knee in tight. The other thing is you push into the left hand to turn you to the right. That palm gives you a wide push. And then you can rotate back to your center. Take that left hand in, come up, reach that left heel back. Take the right hand on the outside. Take your left hand a little wider. And then you can do a split jump leap and take that right leg back, left leg forward, just kidding, or you can just change legs. Take the left leg in front. We're just hopping because it's Easter. So we can take that left leg forward. You're lifting from the rib cage. You're going to step your back foot. It might need to come in more because we're starting. So we might need to come in 2 to 3 inches. You're going to come back up, interlace the fingers, send the wrist back to open the shoulders, pull your left hip back, reach out from the crown of the head as the wrists reach over. And as you reach out from the top of the head, the back leg is strong and you're using the core to pull in as the wrists reach out. That's it. That's it. Really good. Get that reach of the wrist. Back leg is strong. Good. That back foot is anchoring from the shoulder base. Now we turn. We're going to come back up. Take that right hand across. Turn to your left and just draw that left shoulder blade back and down. And you can really pull up from the core to rotate. That left shoulder blade stays down. That's great. The back leg is strong and the chest is open. It's Rosemary, it's because you can go a little wider. You take your back foot back a little further. Yeah. That's it. Welcome. Good. Now we tip. You're going to come down, take that right hand down, keep the left knee in and forward. Push into the right palm. Notice if you need to wiggle that back foot back. So you've got a little wider stance. Sometimes it makes it easier, good, to push. Pardon me, that heel back. Good, and that'll open that back thigh.
Where is right above your ankle?
Yes, thank you, yep. Good, you really push into the floor. Long through the torso, that's it. And then you can take that left hand down, lower down onto your back knee, take the right hand way forward as far as it reaches, and then you're going to pull up from the core here and just pull up the skin, and then looking up to the left. Great, and you can notice how that left knee stays in. Now you point the back toes and you come on the top of that right foot, pressing it down and pull up from the core here. So the breathing is strong, pulling up from the rib cage.
Should my rib cage be sitting on my thigh?
You actually want to pull off if you can.
Okay.
And that'll get you more return to the left. Yeah. What you could do is, Richard, bring your back knee further back. Yeah. Yeah. And that'll help to pull up from the corner.
All right.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Okay, good. You're going to take that left hand on the inside, the right hand on the inside, lift the back leg, charge that back heel back, and press that back right foot down. Bend the elbows and lower, 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 lower. Now, some of you will be rappers. Some of you might do this. Palm comes up, thumb is back, so not forward.
Your right foot is pushing towards the edge of the mat, side of the mat, not the back. Is it the right ankle?
Yes. Actually, I'm sorry, pyramid. The right foot. And then you might be able to take the left hand to grab the right and to fold forward. Or you have the hands on the inside. So we've got that. We've got the hands coming down. So the back foot that Rosemary is asking about is anchored. You're coming down. And the hands are in even about with the heel, and you bend and lower. And if that's a piece of cake, then you take the left hand around and you wrap and you pull. So you want to feel exactly for to lose you. So
I feel that you would have to wrap my hands for me to get what I just see, what Maya just did.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
a lot of it is, more than anything, is this. The left shoulder comes forward. A lot of yoga poses seem like seem like you're flexible in your back, it's actually the shoulder. So here's the plan. We've got the right heel pressing back. This knee is directly over the ankle. That kind of allows you to pivot. It's quite strong in the hip stretch. And then once you're down there, the palm comes back. The thumb faces back, pinky's forward. And then you bend the elbow and you take it onto the back because the elbow's under so much.
It's not going under. It's not going under and over. It's just going under the stage.
Yeah, okay, because you could do the bend. And then,
I think my hand is probably go that way. Oh.
and that's good, that's the shoulder, that's really good. That's really good. Okay, one down. Okay, that was really good. Really good. Okay, do you feel heat? Yeah. And there, yeah, that's good, okay. Okay, this is very cleansing, and a lot of people are starting their spring cleanse and eating twist. I love doing twist with length because you get deeper into the twist. I don't know about you, but I'm feeling a lot of heat.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, good. I'm so glad to hear that. So if you can really press back, the thing is, if you, sometimes when I say take your foot back, people think, oh, I can't go that far. It's actually easier because your body's long, you got more space to move. If you're up here, it's cranky. So you actually want your longest reach so that you can have everything opened in the joints, and then there's so much space to move. So the other way you could do this, because sometimes it's just too much, right, to think about, is you get the same position with the hand. So look how low you are. You could do this. Yeah, and then you could look up and over your left shoulder. Now you're going to get a lot of the same effect, and you could even straighten the back leg. Yeah, you could do that, and then the shoulder works on getting under, and that's a nice big help for opening through the back of the shoulder. Opposite hand, Rosemary. So left hand in front and under. So it's going to go on the inside of your thigh. On the inside.
I'm confused about the hands.
Oh, for sure. You know what, I'll do it from the front with us and that'll help everybody. I'll move out of the way of the camera here. So we have left leg forward. Okay, so we've got this heel down. We lower, this hand comes under.
The left hand, the left hand?
Yeah, and then you got that palm out, then you bend. And you might,
That's still left hand?
yeah. Yeah, it's,
It's a bit like that,
yeah,
punch your back.
yeah, yeah. That's it, that's it. That's it. All of these are
That's
crazy
the.
because we never do anything like this. There's nothing you can factor in your life that goes this way. So you're coming under. Why would you do that? Why would you have your leg pulling your shoulder in? Right? They did it in the Matrix, and I can show you. You bring both arms under and then you walk. Why would you do that? If you think about it, if you're a swing set and you wrap the swing around the swing set accidentally, you're going to wrap open everything. Like you're going to use your lower body to open your upper body. It's brilliant. There's just nothing better. So, so the reason we're doing this is if I pull my shoulder forward, that means I pull my thoracic spine down. I get a longer spine that rounds and lengthens. So I'm getting leverage. So that's the whole reason we do all this Cirque du Soleil stuff. That seems like really because it's useful, not just and it squeezes the organs. So that's the plan. But again, you can take the arm under and come down. And also remember, everybody is different. Everybody is different, right? You might have a long torso. I got a short torso, I got short legs. So these things happen. I've got wider shoulders compared to my hips. Did you notice that every time I see a yoga pose, and if you all got into the so-called full pose, different. Everybody's different, right? Because we've got different lengths. That's the beauty of yoga. You just adapt the pose for you. So should we go to the other side?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So the right leg is forward. We've got the left leg coming back. We start by taking that left foot parallel. The front right knee is bent. And then we lower, the hands are beside that right foot, and you're lowering down. The right knee is over the right ankle. Yeah, good. The back foot keeps anchoring. Now just turn, you're going to bring your body low, 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 low. You keep that right knee tight, and then you take the palm under. Then there might be the bend of the elbow, and there might be the grab. The arm that wraps is the grabber. The arm that wraps is the grabber. Yeah, the tight. That's good. I'm just going to turn the palm out that way. You are in this pose, girl. That is really good. Yeah, that's great. Okay, Courtney, can I just draw? Yeah. Oh. And all that is a shoulder. Yeah.
If you're right, closer to your
Breath. So you can always be low, but there's no need to wrap. Yeah.
Feeling uncomfortable in the pelvis, like.
Then you get your normal.
Yeah,
But then you get your other hand.
I found it was all that at the beginning, mine. So the way you help with this hip flexor psoas piece, that it's hard to get the congestion out,
Yeah.
is the squeeze of the pose will over time create a fold.
Okay.
But I found at the beginning, it was all of it, all of the stuff was in here, right? All of the tension. Now, what we're not doing is a lunge. That will really squeeze. You want to, so that's why we have again that wide stance, because that pulls us back, and we have our hip over our knee, and then that allows for leverage, a tip forward, and then you're also more open. And then you can see what happens. You can take the arm under and reach the crown of the head out. So yes, there is a lot of pressure right in that fold.
Plus the lunge helps, like less of this. Yeah, just.
Yeah, that's right, that back foot. Okay, good. So let's come back to wherever you were. Keep that right knee directly over the right ankle as you lower. Keep that back left foot anchoring as you lower. Really good. And then you might take that right arm under and bend, and you can just bend if you bend. So the palm comes onto the back while you're keeping the hand down. That's great, because then you can work on that wrap of the shoulder down in the radius fold. Good. Keeping good, the crown of the head reaching out. Yes. Yes.
I don't, sometimes it's the weight in some of my place.
All you can do is bring your heel down. Yeah, that's it. And then if you bend forward, and now you can just take this arm further under, and you can release for 1 minute, just a couple minutes. And then good. Oh God. And then you can gently release them down. Okay, piece of cake, piece of cake. Now let's come into, from there, we've done some great opening up through the hips. Let's come into a forward fold with the feet a touch wider than your hips. You can pull up from the bum bones as you let the head dangle, and as you lengthen through the spine. Good. Now, as you pull up from the core, feel the bum bones lift, and the inner thighs continue to move up, 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 up. So you're pulling up from the inner thighs, tipping the bum bones high, almost like you're going to somersault, because the weight is coming so much towards the fronts of the feet, the base of the toes. Good. Tip the bum high. Feel the butt cheeks lift. So you really pull up through the backs of the legs. That's really good. Can I give you just a little adjustment? Is that okay? Yep. Good. And then from there, we're going to step back into downward dog, reach the legs back, pull the bum bones up to the ceiling, and then take the right hand out to the outside edge of the mat, step the right leg forward, And then press the back left foot down parallel so the heel turns in. Take the right hand on the inside, turn to the left and gazing towards the ceiling or the sidewall in your bent leg triangle. Good. And that back left heel, good, is on an angle pressing towards the front door. The back heel turns towards the front door, toes are turning. Good. And you keep the body opening to that side. The breath is steady. That's it. Good. Keep feeling that left shoulder come back as you open the body to the side. Now take the arm over to the right. Lengthen the arm, bring it in line with the ear just in front of the face. And you keep that back left heel pressing down. Keep anchoring into that back left heel. Pull up from the core. Breath, breath. Good. That's it. The palm is facing down on a diagonal.
Am I doing wrong?
You're not actually.
Okay.
Yep. Good. And then you take that arm down. Okay, can you just stay there for a second? So when you're opening to the side, open this back left hip. Then take the arm in line with the ear. Use the press into the floor to rotate your body open. So you could have a nice long anchoring in that back foot. Our tendency is to kind of break the lines. See if you can use your whole body to open from here, the yoking point, and then lengthen out from it, from that yoking point, just below the belly button. Okay, so we'll keep into the pose. Draw the left arm back to begin, keeping that front right knee bent. And then take the arm in line with the ear, reaching out, bring the arm over and lengthen out of that left side of the body. The back left foot anchors and you're breathing, breathing, breathing. Yep, that's it, Richard. Yep, and you just want to bring the arm over towards me so the palm is down and reaching in good. And then take that arm down. Okay, Mercy, turn onto the back toes and then come on down onto the back knee for a moment. So if you're getting that congestion in your front right quad, it's hard. It's a lot of tension you're accessing. Now in yoga, it's kind of like, if you ever had a massage and they get into a tight spot and they just won't leave that spot alone because they're taking out the, the tension there and you're like, open, move on. And yoga, you try not to move on. You see if you could breathe into the place where there's all the congestion. The good news is it breaks up. And if you're not attempting to break it up because there's no ambition, then today or tomorrow or 2 months, you breathe into that spot and you don't have anything there because you kept trusting that the energy could move because you're breathing. So whenever you find a spot and you're like, oh my goodness, breath, no thought, because that'll create, thank you, right? That'll create mentation. So you want to see if you can breathe. And when you find tension, go, wow, interesting. Keep the breathing. And then you find, oh, one day, oh, there's nothing there anymore. Yes, it takes a lot of practice, but really it takes the breathing and the less thought. So that's the good news. It's just trusting the tissue to thank you for telling me where there's energy stuck. Now I'll breathe and then I'll not have that anymore. It'll be gone. So it is a commitment. So we're down. I just wanted you to kind of take that front right leg back. And then we'll change legs. But what I wanted to do was to open that part that got tight, that right thigh. So we're going to take the left foot forward, a little bit forward of your shoulder. And then press your back toes down as you lift and pull up from the rib cage. So the left leg is forward. And that way we can stretch. So you can have the left leg forward. Did you change legs, Rosemary? Yeah, and then so we're going to pull off the right hip to come into a quad stretch of that area that was just getting tension. Good, and you keep on pulling up right from the core and breath. And then we're going to tuck the back toes under and then we lift, press down into that back right foot. Take the left hand on the inside, turn to the right and draw that right shoulder back and keep the front left knee bent as you lift. And keep drawing the right waist back to open through that side. Good, the back foot is anchoring. Excellent. And then take the right arm over in line with the ear, lengthening out of the right waist. Feel that reach. Good. Keep on feeling the back foot anchoring, opening through the chest. Breath. Reach. Again, keep that right foot pressing down. And then you can windmill that arm down. Turn up onto the toes forward, face forward. Take that back right knee down and pull up from the skin of the rib cage. So you're pulling up from here. Point the toes and continue to pull up and off and out from that right thigh. So you get a really good stretch and a really good pull up. That's great. You're just pressing this left foot down. And then you can release. And now we'll take that left foot out to the side, and we're going to press down on the left foot, lift into a standing kneel, and lengthen out from the right waist. You want to feel a really good lift and feel how the back right toes press down, and that drops your tailbone down and allows you to really lengthen out of that right side, and your breathing is steady. And then you can take that hand down, and then switching sides, press the right foot down, lift, draw right up and out from that side. Good, feel the shoulder back. That's it, press the top of the right foot down, sorry, left foot down so that you've got that lengthening right out from the side. And then you can release and come down. Great, now we're going to keep the left heel in. And you can draw the heel right into the pubic bone, perineum, if that's okay. And if it's a bit too tight for the knee, please come a little wider. You keep that heel pressing. And then you're going to come and lengthen out from the left side. And feel the shoulder back as you get a beautiful extension. Come out from the side. Good, you can have the palm facing down. That just helps to open the shoulder. Really good. And you've got a strong anchoring of that left thigh. Good. If you wish, you can pulse and get a reach right out from there. Breath. And then you can come back up. Okay, that's great. Let's switch and take that right heel in. Draw the heel in tight to the body. Reach this left heel out. Pull back from the toes. Lift and lengthen and come up and out, and see if you can keep this left hip back. So you want to get a really nice length through it from the side body. Good, beautiful reach. That's it. Open. That's it. Drawing the toes back. That's it. Fountain up, out. Notice if you do wish to pulse. Okay, a bit more reach. That's it. I remember how excited I was when they determined that pulsing was good. Bouncing before they said it was bad, but then they have been able to determine it's actually quite helpful. And then you can come back up. Okay, we're going to take this right ankle out a little bit so that it's coming just a little bit further out, about 6 inches. And then you can take the ankle across. We're going to stack like fire logs, it's supposed to be, that this ankle comes on top. And then depending, maybe this knee can drop. We're working on opening through the hip. And then from there, you know, some people can tip and come up from the low back. If you need to be here and get your rise from here, that's great too. Yeah, great. And you might be able to come forward. You can reach forward with the chest as you keep this knee rotating out and opening into the hip.
Your left knee rotated?
Yes, that's right. Yeah. Good. That's it. That's it. And then you can breathe in, come on back up. Now we'll take the right hand across, take the fingertips behind, prop up on the fingertips to get that wonderful turn to your right. And do have the hand in close to get you really lifting. Great. That's it.
You're pushing with your left hand.
Yes. Perfect.
Okay, that's great. Now we're gonna bravely bring our leg where it's never gone before. We're gonna take the right leg up, the left leg up. Now you might grab to where it works to lengthen through the back of the knee. If you can reach for the lower leg, wherever that is, you're going to pull the leg towards you and see if you can V up, like pull your upper V sit up. So if you can pull up from the low back, so you get a really good reach right from the low back, fantastic. And you lift. That's it. That's it. Now you'll use your left hand, hook the big toe, take that leg to the outside and see, you might need to prop yourself up just to get that reach out. And then you let that left shoulder come back as you lift from the rib cage. Beautiful. That's it. Good. Good. Feel free to get lower. You know, this might be helping to get the length or the heel. So just feel for what the body can give you. And then you can bend the knee in. Take the elbow under. It's very similar to what we were doing. Good. And then you can hold the foot and draw the knee behind you. Good. So it's kind of back behind. That's it, Kenty. And you're gonna come back. Okay, so you're like 60% of the way of having your leg behind your head. This is the way of it. Yeah. So basically, the heel, you kick a soccer ball up, and you pull the elbow in front. That gives you the leverage to open your low back, and then you might be able to bring your head forward. So you do actually round your spine. But is this good? We can be here. We can breathe here. I want you to breathe, not try. Can you just use, leverage, like just get forward. I don't mean just, it is a big leverage. But you will, can you feel how much you're pulling out of your low back here? Like I hope. Anybody want to go a little further? Yeah, so you can kick the foot up, draw the head forward. This hand is it kind of pokes the heel back, and then you got the lift here. That's it. Okay, that's good. And come down. Take your foot in front. You might feel really good, and then come on forward. You might need to take this underside heel up to get yourself forward. And then just kind of take a moment to feel how much you've gotten to open up under that hip. That's it.
I think we can't go to the face.
Yeah. If you do yoga everywhere, you meet so many people. I have a dear friend who reminds me that we met on an airplane because we were in, squishy airplanes are. I don't think I've ever been in business class or first class. But anyways, I just put my leg up on the chair right in front of me to open. And then I think he was beside me. And he was like, what? And I was like, well, yeah, this is really important during a flight. Like sometimes just make sure you do that. Lineups or sitting or standing on the platform, when you're waiting for something, many places to do yoga. I think we need to start a trend. Big lineups. Stroke stand. So now we've got I believe we have the right heel in. And then, and then we're going to take, that left heel in. And then we're going to take the right heel on top. So that left heel does need to come out of it to get the bum bone down. And then you lift and potentially come forward. And you got that knee rotating out. You're on the outside edge of the foot as you lift from the low back to breathe. Nice. And reach. Beautiful. Is everybody okay with the foot on the thigh?
No,
Sometimes, yeah, that's okay. You still got the open, Richard. That's really good.
this is not going to come down, but that's okay.
Yeah, because you'll still get that leverage of the hip opening. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, good. Breath. And then you can come back up. Now we're going to take that left hand across, right hand behind. Come into a good prop so you get to really lift as you turn and look back. And see if you can feel both bum bones down. That's it. That's it. Rising Maya, you could just chip over a little bit to your left bone. And actually to the left bone. There you are. That's it. That's it. Good. And breath. And breath. Good. And then you can rotate back to your front. And now you grab the foot, maybe, or you grab the shin, and you're going to lift the leg and see if you can come up right from your low back. You're also attempting to drop the femur into the socket. So often the psoas will tighten and you might lift. So see if you can press down into the low cord to allow that heel to reach up, and you're pulling up from your low back. So you get that lift right from your low back. That's great. That's great. Good. And then here we go within that knee, and you're going to take the knee towards the back. And then you take your right hand under. So you take the elbow forward, and then you draw the knee back behind you in order to get more of a stretch in your low back. And it's nice to use this hand to hold the outside edge of the foot. Yeah. And you keep on moving that. That's it. I'm like super, yeah, you're really long there. So I wonder, I think it's, you know, my teacher always tells me the legs are long enough. I'm I don't know.
You're like 90% there.
Yeah. I think Maya, if you take the elbow, actually the heel higher, it's going to give you more space. Yeah, the heel. And then that's going to allow the shoulder to come forward a bit more. Yeah. And then you get that lift from there. Yeah. It's a lot of, yeah, the heat, the breath. Now, you know, the other way is you can also take the hand, thumb down on the outside. Work on the lift this way. Again, short leg, right? I think that's why this is a piece of cake. So then you're pressing, and see how much it's pressing the shoulder forward? So that kind of helps that piece. And it also, I love this stretch on the left side.
You come around with questions? We don't have to be.
Yeah, absolutely. You are serious. Okay.
It's a hard one, so. We don't have one person.
Yeah, so if you want, I'm going to just demonstrate on Rosemary. The key is to really lift from the low back. And you can bring your elbow high. And you can use just the edge of the hand to hold the foot. And then that gives you a little bit more leverage. Now I'm pulling gently, gently up and back here, but really more the game, like not pulling.
What's
Just-
my right hand supposed to be doing?
Actually,
Waving to everybody? I'm still alive. You're still working.
that's really good. That's enough. Yeah, that's really good. Okay, so we're really using our lower body. We're really using our lower body to open our upper body. That was good. Okay, then do turtle with like an easy one that you're going to take your feet to just before the outside edge of the mat, a little narrower. You're going to draw the toes up, prayer the hands to dive down, and then with the palms turning up, grab onto your feet or what you get. And then, I apologize, it's easier to do this on the bamboo. You can slide the legs out and get the elbows to work under. Yeah, okay, here we go. So again, lower body is opening upper body. And we're opening low back, of course. And in turtle, you work the hands under your legs. So the way that we do turtle is we draw the hands under, and then we reach the heels out and let the palms get under. And all of this is giving you that leverage. So kind of neat, bend, and use your heels to glide you out, and then use your hands to pull you into your front. So that you get more of a tip forward from the tailbone. And you get that pull right from the bottom of the sacrum.
It is good because it's like, if you don't have a partner, like if you had a partner who could pull your
Yeah,
arms forward,
that's
like you can
right.
use your legs to push.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. I just love how we can use this. Nice, good. And keeping the breathing full as you pull forward from the low back. I'm going to keep it in left and then allow you to come behind the arms under it more. And then from there, you can come and release the hands. And then we're going to take the body back. I'll demonstrate while you're still seated. We'll do exactly the same thing on the floor, hands in front, happy baby on the inside, and pull the feet over towards you with the toes back. And this is really a nice compression in your low back. Yeah, so you got the feet good. Oh, that looks good, you guys. This is a great one for the sacrum. It's a great way to get pressure there. Okay, now you can let go. It's rest time, so take a few minutes, and it's story time. And today I'm not going to reach you, not from a velocity of being, but today I'm going to reach you from the wonderful, not to be missed, Maya Angelou. One of my favorite poems, but just before that, one announcement. And that is that you'll notice by the water cooler where you fill your water up, I put up about spruce tips. Norway spruce, well, actually any kind of spruce. This is a Norway spruce out here that is always bringing our birds. And this Norway spruce in, I want to say about 2 weeks, it could be 4 days, it just depends on the temperature, is going to make these little buds. And it's the Norway spruce is a one-hit wonder, so it only blooms once a year. And those little tiny buds will come out about sometimes this much with the next branch, and they're edible. And they're very lemony, and they're super high in potassium, magnesium, and vitamin C. So you can pick a bunch. Have you picked them?
No, like the deer leg.
Yes, that's right. That's right. And you over the next couple of weeks when you guys are here, I'll notice that your eyes are diverted because there's going to be a bunch of wax-winged birds that'll come, and they'll eat the sheath that's at the end. It's going to come in, I think, about 3 or 4 days, and then you'll see it flying through the air. Just these like really nice auburn snowflakes, and the birds will be catching them and eating them. I think they're like a delicacy, and then the buds will come. So I'm going to make it. I'll send it out on the mailing list when they're coming, and if you have a ladder, mine's not very tall, but I'll see if I can get another one. We can just pick them because the tree, I can't let it go much bigger. So I pick the bottom spruce tips, and you can put them in your salad. You can use it like rosemary. Let me read. You can eat them as they are. A few years ago, I dehydrated them in the dehydrator and used ground cashew, and some people loved it and others said, it's okay, Celeste, you don't have to eat it anymore. So I thought it was delicious, very crunchy. And you can also add chopped spruce tips to drinking water and let it sit I usually let it sit for a very long time. And the water absorbs all the goodies from the tips. You can season soups, pastas, stews, curries. And if you are picking the spruce tips, you want to get at least 100 meters from the road just so you don't get all the fumes. But yeah, there's so many you can pick. This tree, you can't pick them all. So that's why I like to come to this one, because it's about 90 years old and it's got a lot of tips. So that's the end of the spruce tip announcement. I'm always very excited when it comes out. It's very beautiful too, because it's bright lime green, and it just looks like there's these little green Christmas lights at the end of the branches. So coming back, so Maya Angelou, she's always worth visiting. This is quite a rich poem, and it's entitled A Brave and Startling Truth. We, this people, on a small and lonely planet, traveling through casual space, past aloof stars, across the way of indifferent suns, to a destination where all signs tell us it is possible and imperative that we learn a brave and startling truth. And when we come to it, to the day of peacemaking, when we release our fingers from fists of hostility and allow the pure air to cool our palms, when we come to it, when the curtain falls on the minstrel show of hate and faces sooted with scorn are scrubbed clean, when battlefields and Colosseum no longer rake our unique and particular sons and daughters up with the bruised and bloody grass to lie in identical plots and torn soil, when the rapacious storming of the churches, the screaming racket in the temples have ceased, when the pennants are waving gaily, when the banners of the world tremble stoutly in the good, clean breeze, when we come to it, when we let the rifles fall from our shoulders and children dress their dolls in flags of truce, when landmines of death have been removed and the aged can walk into evenings of peace, when religious ritual is not performed by the incense of burning flesh and childhood dreams are not kicked away by nightmares of abuse. When we come to it, then we will confess, but not the pyramids with their stones set in mysterious perfection, nor the gardens of Babylon hanging as eternal beauty in our collective memory, not the Grand Canyon, kindled into delicious color by western sunsets, nor the Danube, flowing its blue soul into Europe, not the sacred peak of Mount Fuji, stretching to the rising sun, neither Father Amazon nor Mother Mississippi, who, without favor, nurture all creatures in the depths and on the shores. There are only wonders. These are not the only wonders of the world. When we come to it, we, this people on this minuscule and kithless globe, who reach daily for the bomb, the blade, and the dagger, yet who petition in the dark for tokens of peace, we, this people on this motive matter, in whose mouths abide cankerous words, which challenge our very existence, yet out of those same mouths come songs of such exquisite sweetness that the heart falters in its labor and the body is quieted into awe. We, this people on this small and drifting planet, whose hands can strike with such abandon that in a twinkling life is sapped from the living, yet those same hands can touch with such healing, irresistible tenderness that the haughty neck is happy to bow and the proud back is glad to bend. Out of such chaos, of such contradiction.
You can come down if you want. I'm just doing yoga.
We are neither devils nor divines. When we come to it, we, this people, on this wayward floating body, created on this earth, of this earth, have the power to fashion for this earth a climate where every man and every woman can live freely without sanctimonious piety, without crippling fear. When we come to it, we must confess that we are the possible. We are the miraculous, the true wonder of this world. That is when and only when we come to it. A brave and startling truth. I think I've read that poem for 3 years now, off and on. Maria Popova keeps sending it out in her newsletter, and I keep wanting to read it again. Maria Popova, writer extraordinaire, and also kind of a curator, bringing research, science, poetry, fiction, just so many ideas together. It's like she just constantly weaves a tapestry of non-idealistic thoughts that everybody is wrestling with from all different angles, whether it's Einstein or Blake or Looney or Mary Oliver. Like, so she goes past poetry and she delivers science and she delivers ideas to get us out of ideas. And I just find that you can't not hear what she's saying because she isn't based in anything. There isn't a platform. There isn't something she's working from. And that is very yogic. You know, sometimes we think we're doing yoga to get flexible or to clear our mind. That's not yoga. There's no pull towards an end result. And in that ability, there's everything that's experienced. So whether you have a lousy practice and it hurts and you're frustrated and I kept thinking about what's happening at home. Great. There you are, you know, all of that. And then the next time, maybe, oh my gosh, you had a great practice. But there's no metric. It's just the experience of the practice. And then when you go to love somebody, you can love them because you don't have all the baggage there. It's just you, vulnerable, open, and alive. And I like Maya Angelou said, I put this in my book because it's one of my favorite quotes by her. She says, you can tell a lot about a person by the way they handle three, and I thought it was three things. Lost luggage, tangled Christmas lights. Yeah.
Or maybe just those two things.
I think it might be two.
Lost luggage.
Christmas lights.
Yeah.
So, so three things, thank you. Yeah, if we could, at this time, it's really relevant, it always is, it's just right now, if we can keep, this is a line that's really stayed with me from Drew Dellinger years ago. Something to the effect of, my religion is experienced through sweaty epiphanies. And I just, you know, like today when you guys were in the heat and you were opening into the poses and there was just that energy, that heat, perfect. If we can experience heat and energy and not be pulled into it as something to get rid of, there you are, and all of your stuff continues to let go. You don't even need to surrender. And if we can be non-ambitious in our practice, all that can occur occurs without any focus. The breath is the focus, the breath is the prayer.
The part about loving somebody and vulnerable, was that yours or were you reading?
Oh, it's just coming out. Yeah, I'm just speaking. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if we can ever even know how much is happening in the practice. It's so mystical and there's so much that leaves and there's so much that gets highlighted. And if we can be as interested in what might be hurting or highlighted, then we're there. That's yoga day, right? In that experience without it being good or bad. And I'll just share very, very quickly, my first bunch of years, I know you probably all know I was bone tight and back pain. I was angry after those first 2 years, and then I was sad for about 3 or 4 years. Because under anger, of course, is sadness. And then there was the practice. So it took a little while for what was in the tissue and the trauma and all, for to actually have an ability to be able to experience. And then you're the mystic, you're the yogini, you're the yogi. Having your experience, whether it be whatever, whatever it is, you find out when you get in the laboratory. Okay, that's what we're having today. And that lightness, that joy of being with all of what arises, it's a beautiful light. You just get to have each day as it is. And some days, man, you just want to get a pass. And other days you're milking it. And if you can milk it all, you're here. Any comments about that? I didn't know I was going to go on so long. We're going to draw the legs in, and let's come into happy baby. So you can bend your knees and let them come to the outside. Do a little rock side to side. And then let's take the feet over more and straddle out. So we're doing like bum down plow straddle, reaching the heels out to open through the backs of the knees. Great. Pull the feet out, lengthen through the backs of the legs. Great. And then wobble side to side. Do a little rock as the heels reach out, as you lengthen out from there. Good. Excellent. Now you can cross the right ankle on top of the left and then pull the legs in. You're going to hold on to the feet or the low legs. Pull across to come into the sacral area as the elbows bend to the outside. The breathing is full.
Go with her right hand in the umbrella.
Yes.
Or the other way, or the other
You
way.
got it, girl. Yeah.
Still.
No, where you were.
Oh,
Sorry,
she-
yeah,
she-
that's it.
yeah.
As you were, soldier. Yeah. Perfect. That's it. That's it. Just a few more breaths to really deepen the bend and practice. You know, all it is the muscle, right?
Yeah, crap.
Oh,
Right here.
that's intense. And then you're gonna take the other ankle on top and breath into my ankle.
I think that's been spin.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. Good. The further across you can draw the ankles, the more you can get into each outside part of the sacrum. Spine. Really good. Really good. Excellent. Couple more breaths. Okay, very good. And then you can release to the floor. And you can come right into Shavasana, come right into lying relaxation. Now I heard a little sound downstairs. I think I think it's the Easter Bunny. So I'm just gonna go down and see if he drops something off. And because it's always on the roof when it's Santa, right? He keeps something else. So I'll just go and see what's going on down there. And I'll be back. So just coming right into your Shavasana, coming right into your lying relaxation. So the timer's gonna come back like this. Just let the whole body go back, yeah. Right into relaxation. Let yourself go. Feel the shoulders release. Feel the entire body sink into the floor. And start to notice any little energetic shifts that occur from the practice. Let it really just become what it is. As you continue this back, just feel the length of your spine. Feel the chest open. You can feel the shoulders. You might want to wriggle them under just to get them away from the neck. Go again. Breath. And then you can take in a deeper breath. And once again, a deeper breath. And then feel the weight of the head on the floor. And gently roll your head from side to side. And then relax the head. Good. And then you can bend your knees and just draw your knees into your body. Draw them nice and wide. Gently rock from side to side. And then you can gently roll over to your right side. We'll sit in seated position. Come on into a tall spine that feel comfortable. So in whichever position allows you to sit for a moment. And we'll just take in this pretty day. Just taking a moment to settle and to feel really happy. And not even just because there's chocolate. Long weekend and you're open to all the pathways in your body. You'll have more peace to share in your weekends and be a contagion around you for all that you can connect to. And we'll come back to this room and each other. And we'll bring our hands together. Namaste. Namaste. Lovely. Thanks for being here, you guys. That was lovely. So I do have chocolate. I have the, my latest thing I love to make is Lara bars, but balls, because I find Lara bars. Thanks for joining me, Sean. I find that Lara bars are big, so I decided that we need Lara balls. And they have almonds, dates. I cannot know, I made them a bit ago and I forget about things. So if anybody has a nut allergy, I know they need to choose something else, I'll show them. I have 3 kinds of chocolate, because that's important. The Easter Bunny was very clever this year. Brought ones that have no sugar at all. They're 70% and 85%. So you won't get any sugar. And then all the stuff that I made, the chocolate avocado mousse, it has this year's maple syrup. And then I have the new maple syrup candies from the very first run from Williams Farm, where I get my stuff of the maple syrup candies. So you can come on up and I'll help you decide what you want. Isn't that the front already?
Yeah. Now, do you want to have it dipped in? This is cashew icing, which is cashew, maple syrup, and vanilla. I think it will be very nice together. I make balls like this. Oh, nice. vanilla. Do you have like a source that you use?
I use like the center.
Oh, nice.
And then it's really soft dates.
Mm.
And I pull them to two. And then I just roll them. Just squish it all together.
Mm.
So like I know how much date is in each one.
Oh,
Just, I don't know, just I find like rubbing them getting really sticky and then making them into a ball, gets them flavor through. Put them in the freezer for a little bit.
Oh, neat. That's a great idea. What would you like to Jenny? This is almonds, dates, chia seeds.
No?
Yeah, I can't, isn't that funny? I do not remember what I put in these. Hemp seeds, I think I put hemp seeds. Versus I had chia and then hemp. No, I don't remember. So it's seeds and nuts and dates. And chocolate avocado was good choice. So this is made of avocado, cacao, vanilla, yeah. Isn't it great? That's my daughter's recipe. And I always call her, say, what's that recipe? And she texts it to me. I love it. And that everything's been in the freezer.
Yeah.
Yeah, even the Larables. One of the most famous lines in the comedy.
Right?
And you're having, yeah, that's right. Oh,
So good, so decadent.
Oh, isn't it?
Yeah,
Just
just
my hands, you don't have to use some chocolate.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
This is cashew and maple syrup.
Yeah, cashew maple syrup.
oh my God.
Coconut oil, I think it's coconut oil.
Amazing.
Yeah, normally I have
These
all
are
the
better than
ingredients.
their bars.
Are they? Oh, yeah, I put a lot of lemon zest. So it's very lemony. We put more than we realized. What would you make, sir?
I have exactly what mine.
Nice choice. Even kids like this. Now here it is frozen. And I find, of course, you can freeze it in jars, and it is. It put any chocolate company out of business. The chocolate avocado is- It's astounding.
Mine's never been that dark before.
Wow.
Yeah, that's like, what's your?
Is it how?
Chocolate soul ground?
Yeah.
Chocolate
yeah.
soul is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love their chocolate.
Is
In
it the
fact, that's usually what I
gratitude
serve. What's that?
Is it the gratitude one? That's like 100%. One is really dark.
Yeah, I got it so
It's
long.
zero
ago.
sugar.
It's
100%.
I really like that. Because sometimes I'll just eat their cacao beans. Because I had a friend here, he lived here and he made chocolate. And he got all of his, like, in a bucket, buckets, he bought it in buckets. Now, do you want Larabar?
Not too much chocolate at this time of day, so what's
Right.
got less chocolate?
This one. Oh, no chocolate.
No, I'll try that a little. I'll share it with.
Yeah. Ooh, a slippery one.
They're well rolled.
Yeah. There you go. You're welcome.
Delicious.
I'll take
Really
nice.
Yeah. Yeah, they're really good. My daughter loves these.
Can I have them like?
Yes, can you?
With chocolate.
That's a really good combination. It's so good.
Oh.
Is that too crazy?
Well, how do you-
Take yours and you can eat it all. You go. Okay. I feel like I'm at the ice cream.
And you're giving it in.
When I was oh yeah, and then this one is a really good chocolate too. It's really good. When I was 14, I worked, which one?
Oh, chocolate.
This one, oh, it's really good. That one is cranberry, orange ginger.
Me know. Okay. Awesome.
Yeah, very good. I used to work at
At
the hamburger shop. It was called the hamburger shop. And I think I was 14 or 13. And anyways, my boss brought in an ice cream bar. And I used to eat a liter of ice cream in 2 days. Like that was an ice cream mahal. And so people would come in and they'd order ice cream and they'd order a scoop. So I'd be like Yeah, this is a scoop to me. And my boss would come up and go, Celeste, what? Like, that's what you do, right? That's a scoop. Maybe like, slow down.
I want another piece of chocolate. They are good.
This one, isn't it good?
And what is it?
It is this one. And I'm pretty sure that was a gift because I normally get chocolate soul. And then I bought the non-sugar ones because I'm gonna make something from it that I don't need.
Thank you. This is
Question for Celeste, don't forget.
Yeah, that is good.
This is go to a little
I
bit.
like sweet, but not-
Yeah, oh, that's really
Yeah.
good. I got a few of these. Like, I brought one to my sister, my daughter yesterday. She wasn't feeling well. She went, felt like chocolate. I found after I had foot surgery, actually, I really craved chocolate soul. Like I was crazy, the magnesium, because it's healing.
What do you call it? Chocolate soul?
Yeah, it's actually a company, Choco Soul,
Okay.
and their coffee's divine. Oh, I used to get it for everybody
It's
here.
so good, because it doesn't have the mycotoxins or whatever that makes people
Yeah,
jittery or.
yeah, it was the only thing I drank.
Something about coffee and mold, I think they talked about that too.
The Leslie Farmers Market.
Yeah. I used to go
I
there.
haven't gone there for
Did they
some
open
time.
it?
Yeah.
They didn't open it
Yeah.
yet.
Not yet, it's coming sooner than you think that. It's
Good.
coming soon.
Yeah, that's true.
I will be going more often.
Yeah.
Yeah, their stuff is great. Now, I do usually buy their chocolate and sell it here for them. I just haven't gotten there, just because of the way things have been. But,
You
yeah.
still get chocolate?
I've noticed
Yeah.
it's getting around a lot more now. Like,
Yeah,
it's
Michael's done a
more
really good
available.
job, right? He's really gotten out there. Well, you know, the mission statement for the yoga house is because of their chocolate, or their coffee package. I used to read it all the time and I was making my coffee, and then I woke up one morning and that came out and I wrote it down. But it was because of their mission statement.
It's brilliant.
And then I showed Michael, I said, wow, it's totally came through
Thank you
because
for
of
the
the
chocolate.
coffee. You're welcome.
It's nice to have that, the influence is,
Isn't it?
is spreading.
Oh, it really is. It's like, it keeps leading you. Yeah, and you just follow.
I tried,
Yeah.
I just want to take one of the maple things, as I'm not.
Oh, they're
The small
so,
one, maybe just this.
are you sure?
Yeah.
These my daughter loves. Yes, they were the first one. It's my mom just moved, and so I go up every Tuesday, and it's 20 minutes from her place, so it's outside of Midland. Yeah, and the farm is gorgeous. I actually videotaped it because I go and buy maple syrup and I usually buy for a whole bunch of people. So I went and I bought a whole bunch, and they just have this shed and go in and you just leave your $200. And I'm getting like the junk and everything. I'm getting all these for my daughter. And then my mom says, and I like to just take my mom around. So she's in the car. And I said, oh, let me get these two of these. And oh, they have maple syrup. I don't get that. Do you want this? And then she goes, let's go to the barn because there was smoke coming out of the barn. I said, they must be sugaring. So I guess this was March 10th or something. So we drove, and my mom she can't really get in the car too well. She said, I'll just stay here. So I opened the door and I saw Mike, the owner, and he goes, come in, sounds for sugaring. So we came.
Thanks, Celeste.
You're welcome.
Happy Easter.
Thank you, you too, Richard. Yeah. You're welcome. Are you going any games this weekend?
Just one tonight.
Oh, nice. With your sister or you or?
Just myself.
Yeah. Oh, nice. Okay, have fun.
Baseball. It's
Football.
so what I guess what North America is called soccer.
Oh, the stadium?
Yes.
Oh, nice. Are they in the playoffs or something?
So, yeah, so we went in and they were sugaring.
Oh, right,
Like,
that's
it
right,
looked
right,
like
right, right.
you were in a factory.
Yeah.
in
Did you see the
Toronto, like, it's so
playoff game
clean,
with
like,
the
it's all,
was that-
I was at that.
stainless
Yeah.
steel. It was beautiful, and then he said, do you want the first run? It was coming out, so I got my mom a cup, and they brought it out to her, and he said, come with me, so just weekend of
Right,
April first.
right.
It was
So I take my mom right
I
now.
had a feeling that.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I
Yeah,
was here.
it's really,
Yeah.
do you get a lot of farm to table, or are you able to get?
Yeah.
out?
Yeah.
When the farmers market's going on, then.
Yeah.
You see David Miller there?
Nice.
And I haven't really been eating sugar for a while, so that's. You feel
it, right?
It's like, it's so sweet, but at the same time, it doesn't have the same like lingering
Yeah.
effects as if you just ate.
I know. Yeah, exactly.
So,
Yeah.
You're welcome.
this is such a great day. It's like my first class.
No kidding.
Was your first class?
Yeah.
Wow, welcome.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
You've done a lot of yoga before.
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
done a lot of yoga before, but you know, I kind of lost my practice for a while, so it's good to be back.
Nice.
You can do some of those contortionist things, I think. So
Well, I have some flexibility, but even that is like, you know, I can feel the tightness in the hips is where the
Yeah.
strain is.
Yeah.
And it felt like a really good, like that one, the arm under.
Yeah.
You feel where the thoracic stretch is coming, you know, like just getting down and under there, and I can feel that sort of through the back, so that's good.
It's good.
Yeah. Because you know, when you are more flexible, there's things where you like, you don't feel them as much because.
Yeah.
You're not aware.
Yeah.
Monday you're closed? No, Monday I'm open. Class is Monday, yeah.
I'll text you.
Okay. Great, okay.
Alright.
Okay, bye. Good. Excellent.
But if you just do it and you don't recognize your strength or your flexibility or your muscles. Yeah. Together.
Thank you, I'll definitely be in touch about booking another.
Okay, that's
another
great.
class, and my friend Jess, who really wanted to come, but she's been not well, so hopefully she'll come.
Okay, that would be great. I was just gonna ask, yeah, you know, actually, Courtney, the last 2 weeks have been that for people,
Yeah.
like a bucket of cancellations.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why today's class was so small. Yeah.
Okay.
So, okay, I'm glad you made it.
Yeah.
And then just let me know what you want to do and I'll tell you the link and I'll send you which one you want.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Okay, great. You're welcome. Oh, and Courtney, I'll give you your registration card.
Okay.
Which I always do, but we got to chat. Oh, yeah, so that's.
You built the whole back patio.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, so you're trying to figure out what happened. Did you raise it or lower it from what it was?
Well, because I built exactly double a house when we excavated, the all of the, of course, a whole giant, you know, those giant containers of soil, sand was taken away. And then there was some on the
Do you need a
ground.
mega bag? No, they have, your dumpster thing.
Yeah,
Fill it
so
up,
one of those
yeah.
big bins.
Yeah.
I don't know how many they took away, and
Wow.
then we still had, when we flattened it, it went up a level, otherwise it would be down like the same lower level.
What do you mean? So it came up from here and then you dig all that down?
Yeah, so all of this got higher, so that. would
No, so it wasn't out straight from here, it was out from the basement, like how much, I have to look at it. I don't know.
Yeah.
It was,
It's
it
just-
was raised, not lowered,
Yeah, it was raised.
but you took stuff out and it was raised? You took up dumpsters and dumpsters of soil out, but somehow you excavated where this came, I get it, for the new foundation.
'Cause
Okay,
Imagine building a house and doing it like, because it was double the house, so the foundation took.
yeah, I had to excavate a lot of soil.
Yeah,
I
yeah, it was 2 years, Rosemary.
You hired people to do the excavating or you guys did it?
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
there's one of the guys.
Yeah.
That's the,
yeah,
and the excavator at the front too, oh my god.
yeah, yeah. There was a building in the whole Hacienda Remo, and I met
Who?
the Remo, and I met him in Pachamama, Costa Rica, doing a retreat.
Wow. He seems like a nice guy.
Sorry, somehow when I turned it over, I had to like the first one.
Maybe we'll have our food now. Maybe we'll have our food now.
Well, we can have our food.
Okay.
Just wanted to get that Elizabeth.
In the park. In the park.
You want to do did you do that?
Yeah.
While you're going to my face to go at home.
No, I can do it. I think it's easier. Oh, yeah, I could do it either place, that's right. Yeah, that's right.
Do you have, do you have a folder? Oh, really? So my right, so we do that. You have a right back so far? No, I just put it, I missed those, but I just put it a little further back there, so.
Oh, I see. There's that thing. Wow. Wow, it was a good time to do it. Yesterday morning at 7?
No,
10.
actually, I only had one person online.
Oh, okay, that's really. Oh, lovely.
Currently, I go to a second class in the authentic, I kind of get myself there and I want to put it from here to work after that. Yeah, I'm really living. I live in the East End, working with us. So,
Oh, I
yeah,
see.
over, and yes. Oh, it's a great. I love how it goes on. Yeah. There's access to it. And I was like, it's really empty, you know, and I get other things that are going on. But it's like, this is about, why are we here? Exactly. Why are we here? It's like, keep moving. It's like, okay, in my mind, you know, do my own practice and have the roots. So that when you go to places like that and still, you know, like practice. Yeah.
Imagine how much work was there.
It's nothing like when you're to break up the samskaras.
Yeah.
Just listening to everybody. Oh, listening to everybody. Moaning, breathing, not breathing. Laughing. It's so true. It's so true. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, nice. This is such a great room too. Love it. Yeah. Yeah, we're really blessed.
A lot of hard work.
Yeah. Sanctuary. Yeah. I love it.
You even had a wedding here from that.
Yeah, we did. What Tara got married here. She married a yoga teacher from India.
Wow.
We had 70 some people.
Wow.
It was really sweet. It was
Beautiful.
so beautiful. Oh my gosh, yeah. Divine. She was a non-religious fellow. One of those people came in. I forget what it's called, but yeah, she was waiting for my. Oh, so pretty. Did I get us upstairs together already?
The catering downstairs, the cater food for the wedding.
Oh, she works in the yeah. Not just went to her.
Oh.
That's
Right.
easier. So she makes it. These are, no, she would not. These are winners, so I take them off.
Okay.
She shops and stuff like that, but it's really cheap. Kind of funky. Really, like, this was Walmart, I think it was $7 or something. My mom does all this, I never get to these stores. And it's such a bonus, is I just would get shopping. So I need clothes.
It's nice and springy.
Yeah. Okay, enjoy your day.
You go on tour?
You're welcome. Okay, nice, see you soon, Courtney.
Sorry, we just talked about our career.
Oh, that's so brilliant, I'm impressed. I know that, I do know. So,
So she wants, I don't know the name.
Do you have Wi-Fi you use to check my email?
Oh, yeah, I love girls, all over
Okay.
together.
So there's a girl, we need a girl. There's the-
Oh, yeah, Changing, thanks for saying that. I read
And
that.
then next year. Yeah, and then
Oh,
next year.
Linda, yeah,
Her name is Linda.
yes,
Her name is Linda.
Linda, Naidu, she's actually from South Africa. Linda, Naidu. Yeah, Linda, Naidu, yeah. Oh. She works for you too. Yeah. She's been with me. Yeah, she's really neat.
And then there's the other.
Yeah,
girl.
Changing, yeah.
And there's Richard.
Yeah, we got this girl.
And then there are two girls there and one.
Oh, yeah, Maya.
One is in the-
Thank you, I think I wrote that.
You're very good at it. Wow.
Yeah, you are
You're studying the room.
very visual. Very
Observation
visual.
is one thing.
I'm just gonna go turn on the kettle if that's interesting. Oh, awesome.
There's also before I eat all the green.
Yeah, go for it, go for it. I want to. Go for it. Go for it.
It's really good at green foods.
And then what time we leave?
I don't know, it's soonish, I think.
Yeah.
So we still have to go shopping to your place. And as you pointed out, I don't have to check my email here.
It's up to you.
Well, and we don't want to block her area. We don't want to inconvenience.
Right. It's a bit confused by it. It's a commitment fee.
Okay, I'll do some yoga.
Right.
You?
That's what she said, we can visit.
You come and visit and I'll just do some yoga, because I knew I wouldn't make enough time to do my practice. I got a little tiny bit in, but not very much. Yeah, so when Rosemary asked, I said, as long as I can do 45 minutes of yoga, that would be
Yeah.
great.
And I will leave after a little bit.
We'll go soon, we don't want things to work.
Oh, no, I knew you'd be here. And really what I was doing was,
Yeah, I have to replace them. Then we have to go to we're going to a furniture store, then we're going to see a film.